we're going to use simultaneous equation to solve problems. So let's look at the procedure. First, we have to define the polynomial for each unknown, write down two equations for the information given, solve the equation simultaneously, check the solution is reasonable, then interpret the solution and answer the question in words. Okay, we're going to follow this procedure. The sum of the ages of two children is 17. The difference between their ages is 5. Ikara is older than sister of Ben. Is the older sister of Ben. Determine the ages. Okay, so there's two people, Kara and Ben. To make things easy, instead of using X and Y, I'm going to let the age of Kara be K and let the age of Ben be B. So let K be the age of Kara, and then I'm going to use capital B because small b looks like a 6. So capital B be the age of Ben. So now I'm ready to write down two equations. So the sum of the two children's age is 17. You do K plus B. Now, for this problem, I think you can even solve it without equations, but you should still need to know how to do it because the question will say, use equation to solve. So if you don't solve it with equation, you may not get the full marks. For that, number 1. And the next one, Kara is the older sister of Ben. The difference between the ages is 5. So if you do K minus B equal to 5. Right? Or you can write K equal to Ben's age plus 5. They are both fine, but if you write it that way, that means you use a different method to solve. Okay, so now we're going to solve the equation, which you know how to do because they are quite easy to solve. I'm going to ask the student what to do. So Sarantis, what do I do with the two equations? What would you recommend? Well, you wasn't here. You haven't caught up yet. Okay, I saw you solve the quiz already, so I thought you were pretty quick. Okay, but how did you do the quiz? How did you do the quiz? But last year is this way. All right. So what did you do? Did you do part B today? Part B, the quiz. Yeah, you solved it. Did you get it right? What did you do? It seems to be a different problem without, anyway. So what you do is, if you look at this, you can add the two equations. So I'm going to do 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2. So K plus K is 2K, but B plus negative B is 0. So that's eliminated. 17 plus 5 is 22. Alright, so how do I find K? I divide by 2, which is equal to 11. So because I use a meaningful polynomial, immediately I know Kara is 11 years old. And then to find the age of Ben, the difference their ages is 5. So we just go from 2, Kara equal to of Ben plus 5. So if Kara is 11, Ben must be 5 years younger. So B must be 6 years old. Yes?
Kara was plus 5.
Say again? Say again.
So
Kara 2B plus B plus 5, yep. And then you substitute into the...
Then I added 3, so 17. And I made 2B plus 5, which is 17, 12, and 36.
Yeah. So you can use substitution method. So you can substitute this onto here. This one. Yeah. So you get 2B plus 5, which you'll get the same answer. So you can either solve by substitution or elimination. Okay, that's good. So both methods will be okay. And make sure you answer the question in words. So therefore, because the question asks you to find the age of, why is it like this? Okay. Alright. Now because I pressed something, go to a website. Okay, so what you do is you say, therefore, write a conclusion. Kara is 11 years old. And Ben is 6 years old. It is, that's what it says. Difference of their ages is 5. Which is another way of saying 5 years younger. Alright, good. Alright. Any question? Let's do another problem. I think some of you may have finished, but anyway. Example 2. we're going to solve this. So example 2 will have a slightly harder equation. So you say John buys 3 daffodils and 5 petunias from the nursery and pays $25. Julia buys 4 daffodils and 3 petunias for $26. Determine the cost of each type of flower. So we're going to let D be the cost of daffodils, and let P be the cost of 1 petunias. And you set up 2 equations. So the first equation you can write 3 daffodils plus 5 petunias equals to $25. Equation 1. And the second equation is 4 daffodils plus 3 petunias is $26. And you solve simultaneously. But this time you have to modify the equation. Alright? So you have to change. So what should we change? We're going to change so that maybe the D, coefficient of D the same, or make the coefficient of P the same. So who should I ask? Let's ask Damien Cleveland. What did you do? Alright, okay, good. Oh, you eliminated P. That's okay. Alright, good. Okay, so you times by 3, you get 9D plus 15P equal to 75. Call it equation 3. The bottom one by 5. So times by 5. So 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 15P equal to 5 times 26. 5, 6 is 30. 5, so 130, right? Alright, good. 4, and then you're going to subtract them. So let's subtract. So maybe I subtract 4 by 3 because they either have negative numbers. So 4 minus 3, 20 minus 9 is 11D. 15P minus 15P is gone. 130 minus 2075 is 55, which will give you an integer value. So therefore the cost of daffodil is exactly $5. And the cost of P will be substituted into 1. So you say from 1, you go 3D plus 5P equal to 25. Replace D by 5, so 3 times 5 plus 5P equal to 25. 15 plus 5P equal to 25. Then you can solve for P, so therefore 5P equal to 10. Therefore P is $2. Alright, again, using meaningful polynomial are important because once you got the value P and D, you know the value of daffodil and petunias. So it's very good to use the first letter of the unknown rather than just use X and Y because it can be confusing. So you write therefore cost of 1 daffodil, oops, I misspelled. 1 daffodils is something, is $5, and then cost of 1 petunias is $2. Alright, so you always have to write a conclusion to answer the question after you find the value of the polynomial. Okay, good. Any questions? So it's pretty easy. Okay. Alright, so that's what we did today using simultaneous equation to solve problems. So encourage to do all the questions in the exercise. I think the hard bit is being able to write the equation. Once you write the equation, it's quite easy to solve, okay? So I encourage you to try as many different types of problems as you can. Okay, good, size. I will continue next week. So you've got the whole lesson to do. I think you can finish the exercise